Okay, we have a new product that I'm so excited to talk about tonight. This is the Love 41 Laptop Crossbody Carrier. It is gorgeous. It is in chestnut. I don't own anything chestnut, but I said when I did the unboxing, I think this might have swung me over. I think I might officially have switched from the tobacco team over to the chestnut. It is a really, really beautiful leather. Let's talk about everything that just absolutely works on this bag. The first is that she chose not the polished leather, but the leather that it's tough. It has the grain to it that you can feel. Let me just bring it in so you can see all that. It's really beautiful. If we were shooting outside, you'd be able to see all the variation, but it looks really sharp. She has on it the antique brass hardware, which I think is a perfect match because the bag is more sophisticated. And normally I think their bags are a little bit more casual. So this is a nice sort of change of pace for them. And everything matches. Everything is the antique brass hardware. So that's very nice. She has the tassels, which I love. Let me just step back so you can see those. And I think this could actually work as a man's bag if you took these off. But I love them as a feminine touch to kind of soften a bag that's otherwise sort of masculine. And then she also has the leather pull top on the YKK zipper. So she has a lot of nice feminine touches. Let me step back so you can see this. She has two options for carrying it. The first is like this. So you could do it as kind of a hand carry, or you could do it as an arm carry. So there's no adjustments on this. For me, I'm 5'2", and I think this works just fine to do the arm carry. And when I was going to work, that's how I primarily carried it. I carried it like this most of the time. And let me show you what's in here because there is quite a bit in here. But before we move into the bag, I do just want to show you there is storage on the back, and it's a single zippered pocket. It is very deep. So my phone, which is a Samsung Galaxy S7, can fit like this with about 2 inches to spare. So you could easily put two side by side. Obviously it would fit this way as well. And that has a zipper closure. But let's move into the inside of the bag. So she has a zipper top. And inside, I have a 13-inch laptop. So let me show you both sides. So up top there is my laptop stuffed in the laptop sort of cubby. And then in front of that, I've got all kinds of goodies. When I swing it around first and let you see the other side, which is a really nice looking pocket. The reason I say that, and hopefully you're able to capture that, it's what she's done is it's just a simple open pocket, but she's taken the time to line it on the top and the bottom in chestnut. It just looks really sharp. So I would love to see that on some of their other products for their exterior pocket. But let's get into it. So I have this in the laptop case, which is kind of a divider of sorts. And I have it in the narrow side of the divider. This is a Lenovo ThinkPad. It is relatively narrow, and it is also very short. That's pretty much all that goes in there. And then in the main compartment, let me hold that up so you can appreciate it. I have a lot. So I have a very thick 5-pocket liter wallet from their sister company, Saddleback. I have a hard-sided sunglasses case. I have a wireless phone charger. And then I have this beast, which is my computer cord for my laptop. So this takes up the lion's share of the room in there. Probably a quarter to a third of the bag is taken up by that. And that's all I have in there. That is what it looks like empty. I do want to show you one thing. So you have your choice. You can either put your laptop here, which to me is sort of the intended pocket for the laptop, or you could put it here in that main compartment. So just a word of caution. If you can put it in that main compartment, just for proportion, it's gotta be smaller than this. I know the website dimensions state the interior of the bag, and while I think that that is accurate, it's limited by the zipper because that is about 14 and a half, the opening on the zipper. This one's about 14 and 5/8. This you can't get in the bag. So I've tried it a couple ways. I've tried to put it in an angle, etc. I can't do it. So just a word of caution, if you have a laptop that is close to this size, you may want to triple check that it can fit in the bag, because the zippered width is about 14 and a half. So I'll show you some stills at the end of this video so you can verify for yourself the exact measurements. But let's talk about what I hope to see in version 2.0 of this bag. Actually, before I do that, let me show you the other way to carry it, which is very handy. It's the crossbody carry. So let's show that first. Here it is, crossbody. Again, I'm 5'2". I typically carry my bags higher, like around here. For me, I use the bottom of my fingers as a measurement. I don't like my fingers to come, I don't like the bag to come longer than my fingers like this. So I wish there was a tad more holes here, a few more holes. This is it on its shortest setting. So it kind of hangs like this, hip length. I know I'm not the rule, I'm the exception, because most people prefer to carry at hip length, but just a word of caution if you're on the shorter side. Here it is. Here it is if you wanted to do shoulder carry. I probably wouldn't do shoulder carry just because it's quite heavy with my laptop in there, but it's nice to have that option. I think it works just fine like this. And let's talk about what I want to see in version 2.0. So while I'm here, you can see that the strap here has got a little bit of a kick to it. And I think with time it'll straighten. It was probably just how it was shipped. So I would like to see, this is not movable, this that keeps this flap down. I'd like to see it be movable so that I could slide it down here if I have it set to the shortest setting. And if there was any kinks to it, or if it got, if I laid it down funny or anything of that nature that caused the leather to bend, I'd love the opportunity to have this hook, not hook, but loop holding it down towards the end. So if they could make this movable, that would be great. I would love a few more holes just to accommodate. I know that's kind of tough because, you know, we're all such different heights and sizes, so they can't accommodate everyone. So that one I'm going to kind of leave alone because I'm probably in the minority there. But let me take this off so you can see. This is how I carried it. When I carried it to work, I love it like this. I think it looks really elegant as a work bag. And this is how I carried it majority of the time. It got pretty heavy with all those things that I toted, so I'd love to see a little bit of an embedded cushion here. Not so much a removable strap. I've seen a few where you can snap them on, but one where it's really embedded, something like the Wanderers. Because then I think it wouldn't take away from the elegance of the bag at all, but it would add some comfort. And then, this is kind of getting down to the nitty and the gritty here because there's not a whole lot to critique. This is a really sharp looking bag. I'd like to see the tassels not extend past the length of the bag. Reason being, I just don't want those dragging on the floor. I'd love to see them sort of just dancing the line of the bottom of the bag. And then, here's my last thing. This bag is so beautiful. Normally, there's absolutely, not normally, just always, their products are so tough. But what I want to be able to do is put that bag on the ground and not worry that it's going to fall over, or not have to take this gorgeous leather and set it on its side on the floor. So this bag does not really stand up on its own. And so I'd like to see probably half an inch or whatever the distance is added to make this bag stand on its own. Or if they choose to keep this length, add feet so the bag can unequivocally stand on its own. It's got your laptop in there, so you don't want to lean it against something and have it fall over. But other than that, this is a gorgeous bag. I think this is their most sophisticated piece to date. This is Love 41. This is the Laptop Crossbody Carry in Chestnut. You're gonna love it. Thanks so much for watching.